This video is sponsored by Warhammer Combat Cards. Celebrating its 5th anniversary, Warhammer Combat Cards is the original Warhammer 40,000 card battle game. Build a deck and take the fight to the enemy as you seek to win glory. Now with over 880 cards in game, featuring heavy metal painted miniatures, Warhammer Combat Cards keeps pace with Games Workshop releases and now includes Combat Patrol, Battle Force boxes, updated miniatures, themed battle passes with unique cosmetics, and more events that season focus on certain factions. Warhammer Combat Cards has live events and an ever-evolving card range as you expand and upgrade your card collection. Also check out brand new features such as Horde Mode, Apocalypse Mode and Wildcards. Link in the video description below, along with promo code SS82, which can be used to claim 40 Imperial Agent cards, 400 coins and 40 plasma. Thanks and enjoy the video. Right, welcome to this 2,000 points game of Warhammer 40,000. It's a crucial league battle. It is the Leviathan Tyranids against the Necrons. So an updated Tyranid list with some new units. We're going to run through the list in just a moment. The Necrons are going to continue on with their list. They've played a game already for the league. So too have the Leviathan Tyranids. And so this is the crucial second battle. Both armies looking for a high score in this game to give themselves a chance of going through to the knockout stage towards the end of the season. So big pressure on both of these forces. If one side loses badly, they could crash out the league. One of these armies, or both of these armies, certainly looking for a resounding victory. And I would say rarely we see these two sides collide, usually up against Imperial armies, but Xenos on Xenos in this battle. I'm going to take command of the Tyranids. Mike Walker, an experienced Necron commander, he'll run the Necrons here in this game. So for the Tyranids, I have gone with the Crusher Stampede detachment. And in no particular order, run through perhaps the HQs first of all. So we've got a Tyranid Prime across here. The idea is that he goes with the Tyranid Warriors. I do have some spare points, so I've spent them on some enhancements. Ominous Presence for him. I'll give him +3 to his objective control. Then we have Hive Tyrant across here. So it's Typhon, Butcher of the 18th. Just pick him up just to remind you that he is a killer of guardsmen. There's one of James's wounded guardsmen just there. A light snack for this Tyranid monster. He has some Tyrant Guard across here, squad of 3. And then for him, Monstrous Lash Whip and Bone Sword and the Heavy Venom Cannon being taken. And then enough spare points to take an upgrade here. It's Monstrous Nemesis. It's +1 to the wound roll in close combat when he's up against vehicles and monsters. So that's the HQs. Then we have 2 squads of Gaunts, 2 squads of 10s, a Strangle Weapon each of those units, and the rest are equipped with Flesh Borers. Then we have Tyranid Warriors across here, taking the melee bioweapons. Then we'll shift to the left. So we've got some infiltrating type units here. I've split the Von Ryan's Leapers into 2 squads of 3. I then have 2 Lictors, and then we have Death Leaper, the character Lictor as well. I'll just show you him. So there he is. Huge model. A highly trained assassin. Then we have a Tyrannifex, freshly painted up, literally just finished off about an hour ago to get into this list. That's in for some heavy firepower support. So debut for that within this list. And then a debut for a unit on the channel. It is the Norn Emissary. There it is. Again, freshly painted up. Debut model syndrome, we'll have to see, but it's arrived on the channel and it will hunt down its prey, or at least attempt to, in this game. We'll watch it to see if it can help this Tyranid list to victory. And then we have 2 Tyrannocytes, 2 Tyranid drop pods, and then we have 2 Screamer Killers here. Tartarus and Hades are the names given to them. So usually for a brand new list of new models we'll do experimental games, but time moves on, and so we're going to throw the Tyranids straight into their second league battle. So pressure on them here with this new list of new units. We'll see how they get on, and the same for the Necrons, pressure on them as well. But that's the list here for the Tyranids. So then for the Necrons, Mike Walker in command. The detachment is the Awakened Dynasty, so you'll see lots of characters dotted around here given the +1 to hit rolls for their units. So we have Necron Overlord, Ramses on foot. Then Catacomb Command Barge, it's Tamra across here. So He'll be moving around inside that. Phasal Subjugator is the upgrade being taken for him. Then Triarch Praetorians, the idea is these run around as chariot runners to run alongside him, so that's one of the combinations here. You can't join them, but sort of hang around together is usually the idea for those. So full squad of 10 with their particle casters and void blades. Then we have Scorpec Destroyers across here, squad of 6, 2 plasma sites, Scorpec Lord being taken, and he is to go with them. Then a Royal Warden being taken as well. 2 squads of Necron Warriors. These have been split with Gorz Reapers and Gorz Flayers, 2 squads of 20. Then we have Tomb Blades across here, and that is a squad of 6 taking Particle Beamers. Then we have Heavy Destroyers across here, Heavy Locust Destroyers taking the anti-tank gun, a squad of 3 of those being taken. We've got a Doomstalker anchoring at the back to provide some firepower support. And then finally we have some Necron Wraiths, a squad of 6, and they'll be joined by a Cryptek to go with those as well. That is the list here for the Necrons. Tyranids, I don't know, do they eat metal? Maybe they'll be happy enough to smash this stuff up, but just not get to eat what they fight in this game. So that's the list for the Necrons. We have commanders and sub-commanders allocated. That's the top levels of support on YouTube channel membership. So for commanders, for the Tyranids, it's Ben Shaw. He'll be a Typhon Butcher of the 18th in this game. And then sub-commander will be Dave Humphreys for the Autarch level of support on the channel. So second in command, that'll go to the Tyranid Prime. Dave Humphreys is a Tyranids player, so trying to match up the supporters with their factions as best as possible. The commander of the Necrons will be Amy Elmo, one of the Phoenix Lords. And then a Necron player as sub-commander, it's Ben Harris. He'll be second in command. It's quite easy to allocate. Amy Elmo across here onto Tamon Ra. And then Ben Harris onto the second in command, Ramses, the Overlord on foot. That's commanders and sub-commanders allocated. Both armies ready for the fight. We'll take a look at scenario and deployment next. Okay, so we have a scenario. Deployment is called Tipping Point, so playing from end to end. So Mike's deployment zone here elected to go at this end, his deployment zone marked by the green dice, and the orange dice marking the deployment zone for the Tyranids. Scorched Earth is the name of the mission, and then Stalwarts is the mission role. For Stalwarts, it is battle line units, which I have 2 with the Gaunts. Mike has 2 with the Necron Warriors. They can perform actions even whilst they're still within close combat, and when they perform an action, they can still shoot as well. So a bit more freedom, a bit more flexibility with battle line units with that mission role. Then I'll call out the board here. So we've said about the deployment zone. There's 5 objectives on the table, 3 in no man's land, 1 dead center, which we've just tucked to the edge of this building, 1 just here, and then 1 just next to the pipes at the other side of the board. There's a home objective each. The Tyranid 1 just tucked in amongst the terrain here. And then just on the edge of the containers across the other side is the home objective for the Necrons. So then for Scorched Earth, picking up points, there's 2 ways you can do it. First up is turn 2 onwards. At the end of your command phase, you pick up 5 points for each objective that you control. That's any objective on the board, and it's a maximum of 10 points per turn. So even your home objective, no man's land objective, the opponent's objective, all worth the same 5 points at a time. On top of that, there is the burn objective action. So again, that's turn 2 onwards, and you've got to think about carefully if and when that can happen. There's pretty good rewards. Once an objective is burnt and removed, then it is gone. You can't pick up points from it. So it may well be a case of burning objectives, if possible, towards the end of a game. So it's done turn 2 onwards. Any unit from your army in range of objective marker that's not within your deployment zone. So no man's land objectives or the opponent's objective. You start that action in your shooting phase. It then completes at the end of your opponent's next turn. If you survive on that objective with that unit and you still control that objective as well, if those criteria are met, then each no man's land objective is worth 5 points if it's burnt and 10 points for the opponent's home objective. So juicy prize for sure if you're able to get to the opponent's objective, control it, perform the action, and then burn the objective for 10 victory points. We'll see if that happens in the game. That's the scenario. Each of us are going to go for the random draw on secondaries, and then just to clarify the terrain in this one, there's clusters of terrain dotted around the board. We're going to play sealed buildings and containers on all of these, just to keep things nice and straightforward. So there's a few tank traps and barricades dotted around the board. There's some soft cover as well. But for these buildings, so this cluster, these small areas here, we're going to play all of it as obscuring. We've joined these two generators together, so that whole area is obscuring the whole building. That cluster of containers, not through that gap, though. The hard edge of this, we're going to say including the edge of the platform here, and just going by the hard edge of things like this. This is joined together as well. The pipes will play as obscuring. So there's islands of obscuring terrain, and we think quite evenly distributed around the board. So nice and straightforward for cover in this scenario. So I think we're ready to go. We'll now start alternating placing units on the board next. I just mentioned the Batamat and terrain that we're using in this game. So Batamat is from gamemat.eu. This one is 60 by 44 inches in size, so perfect for your games of 10th edition. I think this one's called Highlands in War. It's the mouse mat material. It's nice and soft, rolls out nice and flat, figure friendly, and nice and quiet for dice rolling. Also using a chunk of the industrial terrain set from gamemat.eu as well. So those buildings across there, those pipes, the containers across there as well, all from their industrial terrain set. You can check out gamemat.eu for your suppliers of battle mats and pre-painted terrain. Link for them below. You'll also find an 11% discount code that you can use. Then on this board, we're also featuring some of the terrain from Gale Force 9. So it's the Gothic sector from the Battlefield in a Box range, and it's the Legion range here. So they come like this. So this is the generator set. I'll put these two out here, and then a little bit of terrain in between just to link that together. But these come individually boxed like so. You can see them dotted around the table. Larger structures, landing pads. These very cool generators. I'll pick one of these up here and show you. So great thing about these is they come pre-painted. So as you see them on the box, is how they're painted up. In reality, there's these generators across here. These structures, a smaller landing pad, which have sort of linked together. And then these very cool sentry turrets as well. So this one looks particularly good. And there is a smaller set of two that you can get in a box as well. One with like a heavy bolter style. And there's one across the other side of a las cannon kind of thing. But again, pre-painted terrain from Gale Force 9. I'll leave links for them in the video description below. They're available from multiple retailers that are very widely available now. So just showcasing this terrain, an opportunity to fight across this grassland imperial base. All right, so deployment's done for both sides. We have taken a good while deploying here, real chess game in deployment. So this is going to be quite a tactical one. So we'll go with the Tyranids first of all. I do like the infiltrating element of this Tyranid force. So splitting the Von Ryan's Leapers squad here. Maybe take the opportunity if turn one comes up for the Tyranids. We can go for an early pounce, perhaps. Second squad across here on objectives. Then across here, Lictors, or one Lictor and then Death Leaper. The other Lictor's over there, just behind the pipes. Then heading further back, Typhon right at the very front. The Hive Tyrant, he has been joined by his bodyguard, the Tyrant Guard. Gaunts, two squads, 1 and 2. Tyrannifex anchoring way at the back, I think should be safe back there. Then we have the Norn Emissary deploying on the left-hand side with its eyes on that objective, and it's been joined by Lictor, which is infiltrated in a few inches outside of our deployment zone. In reserve, because they get shot up so much, I put the Warriors, who've been joined by the Prime, into regular reserves. They'll flank and turn up on the board. And then going inside the two Tyrannocytes is the two Screamer Killers to drop in turn 1 onwards. For those. Then for the Necrons, Mike has gone into Deep Strike with the Triarch Praetorians. They actually have the Deep Strike keyword. I can drop in. Okay. Tomb Blades here, again with eyes on this objective. They deploy quite early. Tyranids reacting to them. Scorpec Destroyers, sometimes Mike flanks them. He started them on the board here, and again they've got a path through here towards this objective. The last unit that Mike put down was the Locust Heavy Destroyers. They've deployed back here. Necron Warriors in the middle, getting ready to push through. Both sides really gearing up for the early grab on these objectives. Tyranids have a slight advantage at the moment, being able to infiltrate in with a number of units. Infiltrating in, yes, but they're quite soft. So Necron aggression may well pay off if they surge forwards. Or it could be a trap, maybe. But you have to, though, don't you? What can you do? Then Necron Warriors here to really anchor the home objective. Tamara on the right-hand side, in front of him is the Necron Wraiths, and they've been joined by the Cryptek. And then finally, it is the Canoptic Doomstalker with its usual job, sentry duty on top of that objective. May well see it move around. This is obscuring terrain, so it may well work its way around the edges to get some line of sight. That is deployment done for both sides. So the Curse of New Model Syndrome may well be with us in this game. Norn Emissary across there. And then almost the two furthest back models, keep them back, and then as far back as she can go and shelter behind terrain with the Tyrannifex, who I've named the Comiskatron. We've got Magnetron, we've now got Comiskatron in this list. We'll see how well she gets on. Okay, Xenos on Xenos. We are hungry. We'll have to stay hungry. There's no flesh on these things.
Just a metallic taste.
All right. Oh dear. Oh, stop. Oh, too late. I'll roll. It's okay. 5 and 5. There we go. Reroll. Oh boy. I was going to say, do you want to go first or second?
Yeah.
We both kind of need to go first, don't we?
Yeah.
It's not the end of the world. But... All right. So we both want to go first. There we go. 6 and 5 we do by an edge. Oof. Mike lets out a groan, which must be a good sign. Tyranids to go first. Here, a couple of ambushes maybe. But do we send these units into oblivion? We'll have to see. Interesting scenario, this one. And a crucial game for these two factions. Both, I think, be fascinating to see if they can make it through to the knockout stages of the league. It all depends, I think, on this battle. We're going to turn 1 for the Tyranids next. Alright, so turn 1 for the Tyranids. Been discussing this list and these options with these infiltrating units. It's already paying off for the Tyranids. Cards drawn is Cleanse. That's performing actions on objectives outside of my deployment zone. We're on them and can get on them very quickly. And also behind enemy lines. It says you can shuffle it back in, but you don't have to. In any battle round, getting into the enemy deployment zone is possible here with the Von Ryan's Leapers. So possibly we can go for some decent points on turn 1, which the Tyranids will be glad to pick up whilst they can. Also to point out at the start of our turn, the ability that we've put onto the debut model, the Norn Emissary. We've gone for laying an egg. Nesting on an objective. You can either re-roll hit rolls and wound rolls against a certain target, fine, but in this particular instance we're going to try and sit on an objective and then camp it out for the game. Just don't go near us, Mike. Just leave us alone. OC of 15 and a 5+ feel no pain for that beast. So sorry everyone for tuning in. You're watching thinking, yep, debut unit's going to run around the table and destroy everything. Nope, she's just going to lay an egg and sit there for the entire game. But if she lives, it'll be great for the overall scheme of things for the Tyranids. So we will make some moves with the units that we have here, see if we can pick up some points. All right, so movement's done for the Tyranid. Some reserves have been committed already. I'm able to deep strike in immediately with the Tyranid equivalent of the drop pod, the Tyrannocyte. As with a Screamer Killer, so we've landed here. I'm going to try and stack up on the No Man's Land objectives as quickly as possible. So Tyrannocyte landing here, and then disembarking straight away with one of the Screamer Killers. Lictor's moved up and has claimed this objective. Von Ryan's Leapers have scuttled across in this direction. Rolled in advance and got to here with the Hive Tyrant and Tyrant Guard. This one's made a regular move, by the way, and is going to cleanse, is the plan. Death Leaper's moved across, going to cleanse on the other one. Just holding position and just moving out the way a little bit with the other squad of Von Ryan's Leapers. The two squads just hanging around on the home objective. Paying for pivot 2 inches, we believe, with the oval space size monster and going 4 and then 3 around the corner. Has moved her to here and a line of sight towards Taman Ra. He can be seen over in that corner. What a debut round of firepower that would be if it's successful. Then pushing forwards with the Norn Emissary to move on to the objective. That move round, that's gone a regular move 10 and has got itself in range 18 for its firepower, maybe, into the Wraiths. And then the Lictors push forwards, not in range of the objective, it's just stacked up behind the Norn Emissary. Tyranids trying to camp out on the 3 No Man's Land objectives. Just try and hold them for as long as possible. Movement done. Shooting phase next. Alright, debut model syndrome will fire with the Norn Emissary. So, you're going to try and do a little trick if we can. We'll pick our Patreon. We always use them defensively. Well, Kyle, now's your time. Kyle Roden for the Tyranids. And we're going to try and do a strange thing. We're going to go for Psychic Tendril. Precision. I'm going to try and root out your Technomancer. Maybe. So, Carl Roden then, needing 2s. Anything you want to try and do? Stratagem? I'll let Mike just double check here. I think he's with a unit, so he'll grant the whole unit, including himself, a feel no pain of 5+, we reckon. But he's semi-vulnerable. He's 4 wounds, no one save, I reckon. So it is possible we could go after him. I don't want to kill one of the Wraiths. If I kill a Wraith, Mike could build it back closer towards the objective.
No. There's nothing I can really do with it. I will have a question for you after, though, if it goes well.
I might have a decline to shoot as well. Because I'm just thinking, maybe Mike knows this already. There's a stratagem where you can bring the character back.
That's the question.
So then he'd build the character back closer towards the objective. In which case, I'll bypass the shooting because I don't want that to happen. I don't want you getting closer. Correct. So we'll leave it. Forget it. Okay, Kyle, I'm sorry, but we're going to put you back. I'm not going to go for that shot. I can do that though, can't I? I haven't rolled any dice. I can change my mind.
Yeah, of course you can. Yeah.
Thanks.
We're friends.
Okay, so semi-friendly, semi-competitive, somewhere in between. All right, for our league battles, he's now pointing sentry guns towards us. Okay, right. So going to miss that firepower, but we will shoot at Tamra. How's that? And we'll go back to Carl Roden. All right, for that firepower. So we go to the big guns. Okay, so we know this one quite well. The Comiskatron. Kyle, I'm going to put you back again. We'll go to the Chris Comiskey dice for this one. And Chris plays Tyranids, of course. Right, so Chris can roll double 6s, but can we roll them here with the Xenos dice? So we're going for 2 shots. We moved, so we need 3s. 2 hits will be great. Oh, spinning. Come on, Chris. Yeah, 6 and 1. Nice. 6 and 3. So 2 hits do go through. What's your plating now? The rules have changed down through the different... Is it -1 to wound roll or anything like that with his...
No, quantum shielding.
Just check.
My toughness, subtract 1 from the wound roll.
It is, right. So 2's to wound, I think. What's your toughness?
It's toughness 9.
9. So it would have been 2's to wound.
Sorry, toughness 8.
Yeah, would have been 2's to wound. Strength 18. So 3's to wound then. Right. 1 goes through and 1 doesn't. I have to command reroll that. So I'll use that CP and we'll go for the command reroll. We've got it. 2 hits. Had to do it for the debut model. All right, it's 2 hits, 2 wounds go through. I presume you've got some kind of invuln save. Save -4.
4+.
4s?
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's all right.
And
Some pressure.
What is this? D6 plus 6 or something like that? Is
They
that
changed it, yeah.
So what's the damage?
I think it's D6 plus 6.
Yeah.
So I'm sure there's people screaming, don't forget Games Workshop have changed the rules. So they have turn effects. Yeah, everything remains the same apart from the damage. It is D6 plus 6. Mike's going to go Patronic on this one. 2 very important 4-up saves. When you rolled a couple of dice in this game, it's already down to Patreon dice. Mitch, not Keith or Rob?
Yeah.
The pirate dice. Ooh. Okay.
Oh, okay.
The pirate says, oh, come on, 6 and 5. Why? Oh, robbed in broad daylight. Oh, the damage would have been... Oh, dear. 18, 19 wounds. Would have blown him apart. Okay, foul blocked there. Thanks to one of the gold level Patreons. Good dice blocking there. Well done. How many wounds is he? How many wounds is the model? 9 wounds?
Yeah.
9. If it was 1d6. Oh, boy, I would have got him. I would have blown him apart. What a debut that would have been. Okay, right, we'll move on. There's some... there's still more firepower to come. Yeah, firepower I think is going to be very low. I don't want to shoot him into those. Mike will remove models from here and build them back in that direction. It's going to mess things up, so I'm going to leave it. Firepower from here, I'm going to leave it and sort of obscured here. I can catch the edge, go around the edge here and see those. I'll put some shots in against them. There's no harm, I think, in shooting at them. With the Tyrannosaur, not expecting to do very much. Need 4s. Just a hit comes through, and a wound comes through. Kind of no cover. AP -1.
Mm-hmm.
Goes through, 2 damage. So Mike can put some wounds on. They'll probably be restored on his turn. I actually think firepower is going to end at that point. So firepower finished. Tyranids being very selective with their shooting. We're going to charges next. So just the one charge taking place. Just some careful measurements here. Order 5. I've managed to get in wholly within Mike's deployment zone. This model couldn't make base, so I've just tucked him around here, and then with a pylon, he could go around, or he can just sit where he is, because he's in base with a model that's in base, so he can pretty much sit where he is. We'll fight first, then Mike can react and move models around if he so wishes. So resolve this combat. It should be a case of just scratching the paintwork here with these. The whole point was just to get them leaping into the opponent's deployment zone. So we'll do our attacks. They're not too bad. There's 6 attacks each, the old leaper boys. So we're looking at 3s. No kind of bonus for these with this detachment, but boy, are they up for the fight. That's a lot of hits. Oh. Strength 5. Toughness 5.
Yeah.
4s to wound. Oh, boy, they're out for blood. No, sorry, can't be out for blood.
Engine oil.
Engine oil. 12 saves at -1. Oof, that's a lot.
And these will be -1, yeah?
Yeah, starting on 4s, I think. 5s.
5, yeah.
Okay.
And only 2 wounds each, so you could
Chop a few. In fact, we may have killed too many because, well, Mike can make the choice, but we all know what he's going to do.
So 2 wounds or 1?
2 wounds each. One damage at a time, yeah. I wish they were 2.
2, 3, 4.
4 dead.
Yeah, and you know what I'm going to do?
I know what you're going to do. We all know what you're going to do.
Pull them from
Here to free yourself up.
Yep.
Okay. 1, 2, 3. I won't want to chase you because I don't want to stray back out of my your deployment zone. So, all right, fair's fair. You escaped and I got my points. so stand off across here. Bit of a throwaway unit. I've split them into 2 squads of 3, but if they're able to pick up points for us with a grab like that and cause some casualties, that's fine. But Mike's freed himself up with these 2. He'll restore another model, no doubt. And he'll have half the squad still operational and able to shoot. Interesting. Okay, I think that marks the end of the turn. I'll give you an update on points here. So, end of turn points, not too bad for the Tyranids. Cleanse was done twice. 1 Lictor and Death Leaper. That gets us 4 points. And then behind enemy lines to pick up 3. So 7 points on the board for the Tyranids. And they've camped out on these 3 No Man's Land objectives. We'll watch the Necrons of interest, see how they respond. Surely it must be an aggressive fashion here. So we'll see which direction Mike decides to go. I think we all know there's going to be a fight for this objective for sure. Tyranids trying to anticipate that coming through. But Mike has other units available which can certainly surge through the middle and surge across that flank as well. So there'll be action I reckon, across the whole board. We've gone to the first turn of the game for the Necrons. The initiative's been stolen from them, but they'll gather themselves together and begin their relentless march. Turn 1 for the Necrons coming up next. Mike's already moving away from the script. Rafe's heading across to the central objective. Cards drawn is secure no man's land, so a major incentive to get forwards and grab objectives. And then no prisoners as well. So good enough secondaries being picked up here straight away. Can't go into the league too much because we have recently filmed, and it's not been released yet, a game on channel membership that was Thousand Suns
Salamanders
against Salamanders. Oh boy, a shocker of a game. Can't give you the score for that one. It'll be on membership. You can check that one out. If it's not out already, it'll be out very soon indeed. So I can't show you the full table for the league, but those two factions have just played a game. Would have been the Salamanders' second battle and the Thousand Suns' first game. But we can let you know the scores for the Tyranids. So Leviathan Tyranids, they lost their first battle, but they picked up 63 points, which is pretty good in the overall scheme of things. And then for the Necrons, they won their first game and got 79 points, which is a very good score. So a solid win here would really push them pretty much to the very top of the league. Crushing defeat, though, would cause trouble. The Tyranids need a high-scoring game for them to really try and get themselves towards the top of the table as well. Both armies with the potential to do well in the league. And if a crushing defeat occurs, trouble for either as well. So no pressure, carry on. So turn 1 for the Necrons, plenty of reaction taking place in all sorts of different ways. So Scorpic Destroyers, they have committed themselves. They've moved across in this direction. Mike may well just try and gun those down, and Charge is going to go after this objective. Now bear in mind, turn 2 onwards, it's 5 points per objective, but it's capped at 2 objectives, 10 points maximum. And it includes your home objectives. So really, each of us, to max out each turn on primaries, we need to be picking up our home objective and then plus one other. So Mike's main aim, I think, is to hold the home and take at least one of these objectives if he can, which I think he looks set to do on these two. Scorpic Destroyers moving out. Tomb Blades have moved on to this objective temporarily. They may well shoot and then move. They have that ability. And then the Wraiths, as we saw there just at the beginning, they've shifted across to their left. They're heading across in this direction. Something like a 5-inch charge. They have the fly keyword. They just have to get on top and they can fight these units across here. Taran Ra's moved, or Ramses has moved out the second in command to here, ready with his Tachyon arrow to let loose of a shot, perhaps into this Screamer Killer across here. Necron Warriors all spreading out behind, and I can lay down some shots across here. Locust Heavy Destroyers have shifted to their left to put down all of their shots into this Tyrannocyte. Taran Ra, who survived, has shifted across in this direction, and then advancing with the Necron Warriors to get out of the way of the Canoptic Doomstalker, which shifted to its right to get line of sight and to commence firepower into the nesting Norn Emissary. And that is movement done. I was thinking of rapid ingressing with the Screamer Killer, even placing the model on the board, but then remembered it cannot be done on turn 1. So we have to keep those reserves off the board for now. That is movement done for the Necrons. We'll go on to their firepower next. All right, so shooting phase, Mike has said he's not going to use a CP. He's going to try and control himself out here. It's going to be tempting, though. So 3 of the Locust Heavy Destroyers into here.
Yep.
In 3s.
2s.
Because Taran Ra's got himself in range. I see,
Yep.
I see. Okay. With his Phasal Subjugator, it's an aura for +1 to hit rolls.
Yep, so 2s.
Oh, non-patronic and 1 miss.
Oh.
You'll leave it.
Serves me right.
3s to wound, probably.
Yeah, strength 14.
Oh, yeah, toughness 9.
2.
2 go through, well done. -4.
-4.
Bit of cover, -3. 2 saves are 6+. Ha! Goes through.
12 damage.
Dead. Oh, yeah, dead. That was quick. Deadly demise. Close, but no. Okay. Mike's popped one of my Easter eggs.
Okay.
Not chocolate inside, though.
No.
Screamer Killers. Okay, so 1 gone. That was quick.
Just
Boy, that was efficient. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm just trying to measure.
We'll get some shots in here, yeah.
Line of sight.
So, Necron Warriors, we switched the loadout for those. As I've suggested it, Mike said it's a good idea. So he's going for, and this is pre-game, this is fine, 10 from 10 Reapers, 10 Flayers to a full 20 regular Gauls Flayers. So that's the way we're going to play both of those squads. In which case it is models that can see 10, 2 of them in rapid, so 12 shots. Model with them, hitting on 3s.
3s, yeah.
Leaper boys do have stealth. Drop him back to 4s.
And then Tom and Raw.
Oh, cancels it out again?
Mm-hmm. +1.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, fair enough. Interesting. 3.
I didn't roll a 6.
I was going to say Mike is a mindless machine, but he has brains, but that doesn't make sense, does it? So, or his army's mindless machines, sorry.
And then I think their toughness 5.
Yeah, toughness 5.
Yeah, so 5 need it.
5's tweaked. And there's a couple.
Just 2.
-1, so 6 is to block. No.
There's no -1 on the...
No. 5's to block. We block both. And no -1 either. 4 up saves. Not too bad, the old leapers. So no wounds coming through at all. Kept those away. So we talked about the Tachyon arrow. Mike's going to let loose now.
Yeah.
Patreon time. Just get these eggs out of the way, honestly. Just shift those out of the way.
There's just not an awful lot of...
Necron friends. Yeah, there's a few. Dave Humphries is Necrons. No, he is. He's Tyranids as well.
There he is.
Okay. Dave Humphries about to fire a Tachyon arrow.
Yep. 2s.
6. Lethal, maybe?
No, would have been nice.
Okay.
Strength 16.
3's to wound. Not devastating.
Nope.
Nope. Just checking.
-5.
-5, 2 up save. Cover, yes, we reckon, because of the bits my claws. Try and block on a 6. That's 4. Goes through. Do what you got to do.
D6 +2. And do you know what? I'll roll his dice for it.
10 wounds. Dave Humphries says, oh.
Dave Humphries.
No. He was friends of both, so he's kind of giving you the joy of the hits, but poor damage. So 3 wounds being caused, dropping down to 7 left on the Screamer Killer. We've got off lightly. 7 wounds remain. Terriers have lined themselves up for a potential counter-strike.
Yeah.
It may well be the theme of the game, strike and counter-strike throughout the battle. We'll press on, more firepower to come. Toon Blade switching firepower. They're going across here against the Von Ryan's Leapers. So, it's firing into here.
Yeah.
3d6. It's blast, but there's no bonus. Not bad, 10 shots. 4s.
Yeah.
-1 for stealth.
Toon Blades. So, that's with the stealth.
Okay.
3+.
Starting at 3s. Okay, cool. Wouldn't it be cool if they'd done like a Toon Blade character?
That would be.
That would be pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, just a suggestion.
We Toon Blade Necromancer roundabout.
Yes, something themed to go with Toon Blades would be very cool. Especially for this detachment. A wound. Eek. On Ryan's Leapers won't go away. And blocked as well. Squad's still fresh. Alright, interesting move. Toon Blades now reacting. They could move up to 6 inches. Mike's electing to use them as a roadblock.
Yeah.
He's out OC'd me here. There's nothing I can do about it. OC1, but just one model. OC1 on 3 models. And he's saying he's having to do that because he's going to have to shift these across here to go after these Von Ryan's Leapers. He doesn't want these manoeuvring around his back lines. Interesting twist here. Tyranid units across here have now gained a breather from the Scorpic Destroyer onslaught.
Yeah, so what I'll do is I'll do the Mythic Annihilator.
Yes.
Back lower into the Leaper.
These guys?
Sorry, the
the Lictor.
The Lictor, that's the one. So it'll be 4 shots.
Yeah, he's in range. It's lone operative, but Mike's in range.
Yeah.
We're stealth again.
So 3s back to 2s.
He's leading the unit, +1 to hit rolls. Okay.
2s down, yeah.
Yeah. Couple of 1s.
And then strength 6.
Okay. 2 wounds.
-1, just the 1 damage.
Okay. Both in agreement on clipping cover. So, we'll see what we get. 2 5s is blocked. Xenos dice are super friendly. Just checking. 4 up save, -1, cover, 4 up, yeah. We're good. Okay, we'll press on. Firepower's bouncing at the moment here. Switching to the Wraiths. They have got particle casters. 3 of them are going to go into the non-emissary.
3 shots. So
yeah.
These are hitting on 3s because they're by a character. Right, Nicholas.
Just saying about the Tyranids, the way they camp out on the objectives, it does force the pace of the game. You have to react to that. You have to go out after them.
Yep.
Interesting.
3s.
It's kind of not the game for a learning curve though, because of the nature of the battle. It's a league game. Mike's got some hits.
And then strength 5, so I'll assume it's 6s.
6s. Devastating wounds.
Yep.
6s for devastating wounds. Oh, we got 1.
1 damage.
5 up, feel no pain, because we're nesting. Come on. No, wound taken. Dropping down to 15 wounds left. Staff of Light.
Yep, this will be forced to 3s because leading a unit.
2 hits. 3, 4 and 6. I don't think so.
Nope.
Okay.
And then 6s.
Got 1.
-2, 1 damage.
Another wound taken. That's a save. Failed. And then I'm going to try and feel no pain. 1 damage. 5 up. Come on. It's not good. Dropping down to 14 left. It's a start. Everyone counts to try and get rid of that thing. Okay.
Because the Doomstalker's not going to hit.
Oh. Of course. Okay. So firepower from these things is not to be taken lightly. Max of Knuckles, he turns to an Imperial player for help.
So it'll be D6 +1.
Mike's heavy on the Patreons. It means he's under pressure.
Oh.
2 shots.
3 with the +1.
I don't think we've played this combination
It's
ever on the channel.
4s.
Okay.
1. Strength 14.
Toughness 11.
3s.
Got the wound.
-3, -2.
Let's do a 4 up save, 4 up invulnerable save. Passed that one and blocked. Okay. Okay, firepower is finished and it's not been too effective.
Nope.
In which case, I must also point out, as Mike restoring wounds, we did remember 2 wounds, both wounds restored back onto the Locust Heavy Destroyers, a wound restored and a model restored on the Tomb Blades. Okay.
Score packers going to have to go into the...
Oh boy. All right. Charges. Roll these up next. All right. So this charge goes ahead. Mike's roll is 7. Von Ryan's Leapers, their dance is over. They will be absolutely shredded to pieces. And then across here, the Wraiths. So I reckon about a 5. We'll see what Mike rolls. An 8. That's going to put him in. This charge is going to go ahead. Wraiths all of a sudden pounce on the central objective. So 8 inches, you can go as the crow flies. They have the fly keyword, right?
Yeah.
So I can just go straight across, really swift. This objective, this is taken. Mike's going to overwhelm here. I'm not going to heroically intervene. I could try and go for the assassination. I could try and go for it. It could be successful, and then I'll be shredded to pieces, and I'd rather not at this point in the battle. But good manoeuvring here from the Necrons. 2 successful charges, although these would have preferred to go this way. We'll go on to combat resolution next. Okay, we went ahead and resolved these combats, presuming they were a foregone conclusion. So Mike went first across here with these. Killed just 1. Horrific. About 14 wounds rolled and just 2 wounding. The rest failed. But anyway, then we failed some saves, lost a model. And then the Cryptek too far away. So we are on 2 models left. We attack back and cause 2 wounds, actually. But not enough to bring a model down. And then across here, fights first ability on us. So we then picked a combat and went for this one and did nothing. Not a wound. And then we were wiped out swiftly, butchered by the squad. So Von Ryan's Leapers destroyed across here, but diverting the Scorpec Destroyers in that direction with their Scorpec Lord. That's combat's resolved here. Tyrion is still on these objectives, but Mike has claimed 2. This one falls under his control. So too now does the central objective. Tyranids will have to react with their own countermeasures here. So we will calculate points as we finish off turn 1 here, see how many points the Necrons have picked up. Yeah, it was 14 hits, 3s to wound, and 12 failed. 12 1s and 2s on the green dice. Mike then picked them up and threw them in the corner, remembering that he shouldn't be using them. But the dice have reminded him why. 7 points picked up in total, 5 points picked up for Secure No Man's Land, 2 points picked up for Unit Being Destroyed, which was the Leapers across here. 7 points each. Both sides starting to rake in the points. Both armies, I think, pretty good at raking points in. We'll go on to the second turn of the game. Early stage, but I think units are going to get stuck in quite quickly. We'll go on to turn 2 for the Tyranids next. Right, so turn 2 movement for the Tyranids. Mike's just checking rapid ingress. It looks like it can probably go ahead. Screamer Killer's moved out to here to contest or go after this objective, try and clear it. Von Ryan's Leapers are pulled out of close combat. The 2 cards for us is marked for death and recover assets as the 2 cards in play. Marked with 3 units as the Destroyers, the Warriors, and the other Warrior squads. So I think they're pretty safe, those units. Backing out of close combat with Von Ryan's Leapers, moving across with Elictor, moving around with the Hive Tyrant Guard. Death Leaper set where he is, he's ready to go in. Then a slight bit of manoeuvring with the non-emissary, but still in range of the objective. Lictor's moved out to its left, just trying to watch out for Mike's Deep Strikers, who have since then turned up here, rapid ingress. Has moved across straight 9 inches this time, and have got angle and range to the Doomstalker. Spread these out to try and stop Deep Strikers, which you have all the way across here, but Mike found a little enclave just tucked in there. It's a good spot, there's danger, he can attempt to go after some objectives, now threat across here, even go after the big monster, try and pin her down as well. So the game really opening up across the board. We didn't bring in our reserves, we've kept the drop pod off. With the other Screamer Killer, we've kept the Warriors off the board as well. Tyranids still with 2 decent back pocket assets to bring on. I think we've got to make an impact. The main unit we're going to go after is probably the toughest unit on the board, so this is going to be a tricky one. We'll go on to shooting phase for the Tyranids next. So yeah, we're talking about recover assets. You've got to pick units, perform the action, and then survive through the turn. So I've picked this unit here with the action, but Mike says he can go after it with his jumping infantry. Tricky stuff. Pressing on though with shooting. Big shots from her. So we'll go for stinger salvos into here, and then the big shots into the Canoptic Doomstalker. We will pick... now we'll pick Carl, and we'll not put him back. We'll definitely use his dice this time. So we're looking for 3s again. Come on. Yes, good shooting, well done. It's 2s, 3s to wound. Toughness?
3 toughness, yeah.
2s to wound. 2 wounds go through. It's down to him. Von saves Mike 2 4-ups. 2 5s. What can I do? I've done the best that I can. It would have been 22 damage.
10 more than needed.
Wow. Okay.
See, I had this same feeling with my Repulsor Executioner, and you roll on all your 4s and 5s.
4s and 5s, that's fine. Yeah, I deserve it. Okay. We'll go Screamer Killer. It's actually going to shoot into the Wraiths. We can see just about, so we're going to go for D6 plus 3 on the blast. So 1 plus 3, 4. And then an extra 1 for blast coming through. 4s to hit, plus 1 to hit rolls for Crusher Stampede. 3s to wound. Terrible. 1 wound comes through. -2.
4 up. No, failed.
Damage 1. 5 up, feel no pain.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
And blocked. Well done. Okay, so that's him done. Okay. It makes sense to do him next. Try and assassinate your character. So, 2 shots. Then 2s. Hits. This is the non-emissary. 3s to wound. Come on. Yes, 2 wounds go through. So, if you're -2.
That'll be... Have I cover?
Sealed buildings on top of, so I don't think so.
-2 to all 6s.
Yeah. No. Damage of 2d3. It is 5.
Yeah, 2, 4,
Feel no pain.
5.
You should be alright if you're 4 wounds.
Yep.
No.
No.
He's been weeded out.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's correct, right? Psychic Tendril, Neuroparasite, Precision, Psychic, 2 shots, 2 hits, strength 8, -2, D3 damage. Nasty. Okay. That is helpful for sure. Yeah, but we've got the stratagem and Mike can bring him back.
Yep.
When's that done? End of the
Any
phase.
1 Necron for you.
Well, it might think about this one. It's probably doable, and I imagine he really would want to bring that model back. So we'll go firepower into here. Next, with the Hive Tyrant. So this is D3, so 2 shots coming through with the heavy venom cannon. And we get an extra shot for blast as well, so 3 shots. Needing 2s. Yeah. 2 hits. 3s to wound. Just a wound comes through. Down to your one save. 4 up.
No.
Okay, damage 3. And no feel no pain this time because the character's gone. So model slain. That's the model there. Okay. We did resolve the Stinger Salvos. A wound got through and Mike feel no pained it previously. So that's the Stinger Salvos completed on her. And I'm looking around. I think firepower is finished. We'll go on to charges next. Alright, so charges all went according to plan despite the Snake Eyes being rolled here, but it still got us in. So in they go, they'll follow up on the pilot move. Charging first with the Death Leaper. Mike then did pay the CP to resurrect. And you back up with how many wounds? 4 wounds?
No. 2.
2 wounds left. Okay.
Yeah, half its starting strength.
Okay. Charging across here. And charging in with the Lictor across here. Or 10 actually, but it's got itself to there. All right, so we're going to combat resolution. Probably Mike's seen it, but our Lictor and Death Leaper have precision as well, so they're going to try and root him out for a second time. We'll go with those next. Fine, that's okay. It's a league battle, but we're still gentlemen, right? So Mike's going to lose the model. He's going to save the CP. He reckons it's not worth it because there's 2 bio assassins about to bring him down for the second time. It would literally be no point.
Yeah.
With those. Both the Lictor and Death Leaper have precision. I still would have sent them in. I'm happy enough. I'm trying to stack up as much damage as I can against those Wraiths. Whether we're going to bring them down, I don't know. There's 5 of them left. But they are without their feel no pain, which is helpful. All right, so Mike does have 2 CP can interrupt play.
I have 1.
You have 1?
Yeah. I used the CP to Rabbit Ingress here.
Right, gotcha. You're okay. I'll fight first of these just whilst they're in base. So I'm going to go with this Lictor first of all. 6 attacks. Need 2s. Come on. 1 miss. Toughness.
6.
Strength 7. 3s to wound. Nice. 4 wounds come through at -2 on the Wraiths. They're 2 damage at a time with no feel no pain.
Yeah, so 4 pluses.
Lictor, that's the road to go. 2 gone.
2 damage each, yeah?
Yeah.
2 gone, yeah.
Yes. Ouch. So Tyranids have adapted themselves to pick apart this machine. Rooting out the character first. This is a highly developed, highly evolved species here. They've adapted themselves quite well. I'll then move in with a consolidation towards the objective to get ourselves in range. So we'll go with Death Leaper next with his attacks. We may as well think carefully about this one. So I'm going to hold with him because he's in base with plenty of models. I'm going to go here with the Hive Tyrant. I really want to do a good job here. So I'm going to pay a CB for one of the stratagems. It's called Rampaging Monstrosities. 1 Tyranid monster from your army has not been selected to fight. Each time model in your unit makes an attack, you can reroll the hit roll. All right, bit of discussion going on about this one. Do I still keep the monster keyword, even though I've been joined by a bodyguard?
Yep.
We reckon I still keep the monster keyword, in which case I can tap into this stratagem. If I do, and do let us know in the comment section if I do get it, the whole unit's going to get the reroll here. But we reckon we do. We'll play it that way. Do let us know if we don't. It's quite an important decision, but we're both pretty much sure that I still keep the keyword, despite being in the bodyguard. So we'll go with the Hive Tyrant first of all. We'll do his attacks coming in with the monstrous Lash Whip and a Bone Sword. And we'll go to Midnight Miniatures now, who's gold level Patreon. 6 attacks with him. And we need 2s. And we'll reroll the hit roll, so 1's missed. Okay, we've got 6 out of 6. Just try and get as many hits as we can. Strength 9. 3's to win.
Yep.
I was going to say twin linked, but they've all wounded. God, this beast is up for the fight here. AP -2.
4.
6, yeah. Sorry, 6 out of 6, yeah.
6.
And -2.
2 damage each.
3.
3.
Ouch time.
Yeah.
Unless you roll that. What's your invuln save? 4 up?
4 up.
Oh, please. 1 goes through. 3 wounds taken. Oh, I mean, honestly, it's okay. We'll turn to his... Yeah, it knocks the wind out of you, it really does. We'll turn to his friends here. So we're on Crushing Claws and Rending Claws. 2 attacks each, so just 6 attacks. Hitting on 4s. Re-rolling. Stratagem barely helped us out. And then we're going to go for 3s to end. All right, so 4 more saves at -2, 2 damage. Oh, he's passed them all again. 4 up invulnerable saves. God, give me something mortal wounds.
All the fighting are done now, is it? Before you want to...
Yeah, it is, yeah. No, it's not. Apologies. Hold it right there. Extra attacks. No, I've got a shooting weapon, so yes, it is complete.
Okay. This is when I'm going to spend my CP.
Oh, no.
To reanimate D3.
Good for you.
Thanks.
Mike's going to try and stop the wipeout here, which he should be able to do.
Which breaks my heart, because if I'd have kept him on 2, I'd have got another 1 back. If I'd have rolled high.
Rolls high.
Like that, so.
You restore all the wounds. Trying to stop the model being removed.
If I'd have kept the character, I'd have been D3 plus 1. It's the Undying Legion's protocol.
Yeah.
So it's at the end of your opponent's shooting phase or fight phase, just after an enemy has resolved its attacks. So wait until this. So wait until fought to see whether it was worthwhile.
Yeah, Mike can do it, so it's fine. We'll go to Death Leaper then. Do our attacks here. Lean 2s. Lean 3s. 2 go through. -2 again.
-2. No.
Crazy invuln saves. He turns to Michael Fryer here. Yeah.
So I need to make 1 of these. Don't.
Okay. So that will be a model slain.
Yes. You know what? The idea made sense in my head.
Okay. We're all tangled up. Okay. 2 remain. The target's not been destroyed for sure. Tyranids gain control of the objective, but they have not wiped out their target. We're now turned to the Screamer Killer, doing all the charges first. Screamer Killer's hitting on 3s. It's been wounded. It's hitting on 2s. 10 attacks. The Screamer Killer talents. 1 miss. That's more like it. Strength 10. 2s to wound. Wish they were twin linked. Ah! Sorry, but that was just a knee-jerk reaction. They should be twin linked. Anyway, 5 saves of -2. 3 damage.
3 damage, 2, 4, 5. I need to make 3 of these.
Okay.
-2, did you say, yeah?
Yes. 6s.
So this is 6s,
Oh, 3 go through, 3 we needed. Boy, that was close. Alright, so combat resolved there. Mike can now fight back.
Yeah.
It's not all going the Tyranids' way, that's for sure.
2 of this, so I'm going to go into the...
Going into the Lictor. Yeah, it's going into the softest target possible.
So these will be on 4s now, because the character is dead.
Okay. Travis and Jen.
Right.
Okay, Jen for the hits.
Yep.
Whoa.
Strength 6.
Toughness.
5, I think, over that.
Toughness 6.
Toughness 6.
What's to wound? Good for you. Well done.
5.
5 go through at -1,
2 damage.
5 ups. Got him, I think. 6 wounds it is. Yeah. Oh, yeah. We'll let him go. It's a shame. And just a shout out to Games Workshop. The resculpt for the Lictors is utterly incredible. Beautiful model. Cheap in points and dangerous enough, but it's been destroyed. Okay, and that marks the end of Close Combat. Alright, so end of turn. Nothing for secondaries yet. Recover assets is in play. Mark for death of dumped for a CP. And 10 points for primary. 17 points to 7. Tyranids are bringing points in, but this is a tough game for them for sure. We're going to the second turn of the game now for the Necrons. Tyranids still fighting across these no man's land objectives. A new opportunities opened up along the Tyranid back line. See how Mike takes advantage of that. Bear in mind, Tyranids still have 2 decent reserve tactical assets to bring in. So the battle is still to have plenty of twists and turns. Turn 2 to the Necrons coming up next. So turn 2 here for the Necrons. Extend battle lines and establish locus is the 2 cards in play. Doomstalker has moved, I believe, round 2 here. Necron Warriors just going to camp out on their home objective to protect that. Ramsey's leading the other unit Necron Warriors across in this direction, heading off towards the central objective to help contest that. Really, it's pretty quiet over that side of the table, but across here, as we've seen, moving through Ramsey's, remaining in close combat, regaining a model with the Wraiths as they continue to fight there. Tyranids did clear these objectives, so Mike picked up only 5 points for primaries, so he's going to attempt to clear the Tyranids away once again. Terran Ra moving around with the Locust Heavy Destroyers across in this direction to lay down some firepower. Scorpec Destroyers moving through to reclaim and camp out on this objective. And the unit did jump out across here. We reacted with both, rolled a 4, backed off in that direction. Rolled a 1, I wish we hadn't, but just an inch. So it will be an 8-inch charge across here. Rapid ingress in response with Warriors turning up on the flank across in this direction. That's movement done for the Necrons. Shooting phase for them next. Mike's going to shoot with the Canoptic Doomstalker into the Norn Emissaries. Picked up the Raycross dice. He must be annoyed.
D6 plus 1.
Ray says
4.
4 shots average.
This will be 4s.
Okay. Good shooting.
And then 3, strength 14.
Yeah. And 2 wounds come through.
Minus 3.
That's 3. I'll take 4 up. Invuln saves. We do block 1. Okay.
3 damage.
3 damage. I'll take Feel No Pain as well. 5 ups. We block 2 more. Oh, jeez, man.
What a dig.
Oh, man. Yeah, good debut so far. She just sits like a happy hen on her nest, but she's doing her job. Yep. You see a 15. A couple of piddly shots coming through. One or 2 shots, yeah, probably twin linked.
Yeah, just a 1 shot.
Yep.
Robert fire twin link both one, yep. On a 4. Nope.
Oh, deep. Okay. Norn Emissary surviving well. Wraiths will fire. Their particle casters are pistol, which is great.
2,
There's 3 left now, yeah.
3. Yep, I'll shoot them into Lily Mock herself.
Which is who? Hive Tyrant. Ah, right, Death Leaper. Okay.
So, 4s.
Stealth? No, helps. We have stealth. Because I don't think you're minus to fire pistols into close combat, but stealth would kick in.
Yeah, I'd say so, man.
But 3 6s anyway.
I need them. I'm going to swap them up. Need them for the wounds. Your toughness 6, so I would need 5s anyway.
Okay, 5 to wound, 6s are good. And the mortal wound caused. Okay, 1 wound caused, dropping down to 6. Okay, warriors, all of them can see something. Mike can do 8 shots into the emissary. just at long range. Checking range 24, 2 out of range, so 6 shots. Being led by leader, so 3s for hits.
3s for hits, yeah. So.
Oh, 3 lethals. Well, there you go. Plus 1 hit, try and wound on a 6. No, okay. No minuses, we'll take 2 ups. Blocked. 24 shots, 12 of them in rapid fire, going after the Von Rhein's Leapers. Just try and clear that unit out of the way.
12. Let's do 12, please.
2 lots of 12, sure.
I'm not lifting them green dice again.
4, that's fine. 4s, because of stealth.
Yep.
Nope, Town Rhine range cancels it out.
Yeah, they're hitting on 4s anyway.
It's hitting on 3s then.
Plus
+1 for your leader in the squad. I cancel it out with stealth, and then Town Rhine kicks it back in again. So 1 lethal and some hits. You can just roll the wounds again. 5s to win though, and 1 more comes through. So 2 so far. Mike can redo the 12. I'll roll these saves. We fail 1. 3 lethals. Nothing. What is it on Ryan's Leapers? And we block 2. It's 2 wounds taken and we lose a model. Scorpic Lord we're now going to here with his enmitic weapon.
Another fire. 2s.
Nice.
4 hit. This is strength 6.
3s. I think there's -1 on this. That's the 1. We don't block it. Wound taken and a model slain. Okay.
The 3
Locust Heavy Destroyers. Where are they going to go? Here, I'm guessing. Yeah, okay. So here we go. Mike was checking down here, but we're playing hard edge, and these are sheltered the way they've come on.
Yeah. So this will be 2s. 2s, yep.
Go ahead.
Full hit.
I think that 6 is a lethal. I think they get it. It is a lethal. 1 goes through. 3's to wound with these 2.
So this is -4.
-3.
Yeah.
Gives me 5s. Need a miracle. And for miracles, we turn to Patreons. I need a Xenosy Sympathizer. Don't all put your hand up at once. Nate Miller. He's the patron saint of this Tyranid force. 5s. We're dead. There's nothing I can do about it apart from explode. Which we don't. Okay. Screamer Killer gone. That was Hades you walked down. Tartarus still remains in reserves. Okay, good shooting from them. They're a bane. I've tried to get them somehow, but Mike sheltered them, and their firepower's been very helpful in this game. Right, I knew this was coming. A heap of shots into those, and an attempted charge will come across against them. That's the plan. So first up, going after this target.
So 15 times 2. Sam Hermes.
Sam Hermes for firepower.
3s.
Don't think these get lethals. Mike can check, but
No.
Could be 2s to wound if you're strength 6, or maybe they knocked it down.
Strength 5.
3s to wound.
3s to wound, yep, and devastating wounds.
Nice. Mike should get the wipeout yet, but we'll see what comes through. No devs though.
2, 4, 6, 7.
7 with no minus.
No minus.
You could argue this model here is getting cover, but that's the one I want to keep alive. So therefore we'll just roll up normal armor saves of 5+. Ah! Well, there you go. 3 dead so far. 1, 2, and 3. And we'll try and stay as far away from you as we can. Then Mike can now go for the other
15, yeah.
chunk of firepower, number 15. So mini battle now for the Tyranid home objective.
And then 3s again.
Okay. Okay, just going
2 dev, and then 2, 4, 6, 7.
Okay. So just 7 normal saves. 5s do need to roll well. And Mike, we're in trouble. I think you're going to do it. Yeah. So 5 dead, and then devs. Yeah, you got him. I thought we might have got away with that, but no. Target destroyed. Well done. Good shooting from there. Pistols, the devastating wounds, really helping out. Okay, next unit to shoot with. There is no more shooting. We'll go on to charges next. Yeah, this is a reroll charge anyway, so roll this one up first. 8 inches required. This is a crucial moment in this battle.
I want this one to go.
Patronic time. Mike's patronic use is heavy.
Chris Hine.
Okay.
So we needed an 8, wasn't it?
Yes. I placed 10. In it goes. We're dead. He's just seen it. This charge has gone ahead. This could start to unravel the Tyranids here. Mike's going to try and charge him, and also across here. It's an 8-inch charge. If those go in, that central objective, we're out of our. We're going to be in big trouble. Another big charge. Huge charge. Blood Angel's right. No, don't do it. No, please. These can't all go ahead. Oh, no. Come on, reroll. Oh. Oh, no, it doesn't go ahead. God, big, huge moment. Oh, boy. Mike says he comes and plays games here to relax and to chill out after a hard day's work. He gets more stressed here than he does at work. So, what can you do?
Blood Angels, Ryan.
Oh, he probably doesn't like, Blood Angels and Necrons, they don't really like each other. So
They don't like Tyranids more.
Oh, Blood Angel's Ryan. He's on the chat group. He can answer that question himself. What does he hate the most, Necrons or Tyranids?
I'm on about Blood Angels in general. Not. Oh.
Mike's distraught. Any other charges? Necron Warriors?
Yeah, they're 1.5 to, yeah.
Yeah, flood the objective with bodies. Okay, we'll roll up their charge. Just don't snake, guys. Oh, 10.
That's what I need. Yeah.
In they go. We'll flood them in. Alright, so charge is taking place. We'll just zoom in to capture this one. It's quite rare that we see Tyranids and Necrons clashing with each other. A real clash of flesh and metal. This charge not going ahead. And this charge here going ahead quite nicely. Okay, I do have 2 CP. I could interrupt play. So I think Mike surely will go with the Necron Warriors first, I think is the option. Okay.
I'm going to use the Overlord's ability to reduce CP on a strat. And give me the...
Oh, okay, just going to cook up a stratagem here.
Hungry Void.
Okay.
Till end of the phase, add 1 to the strength characteristics of melee weapons equipped by models in your unit. In addition, if a Necron character is leading your unit, till the end of the phase, improve the AP characteristics of melee weapons.
From everyone in the unit?
Yeah.
Nice, yeah, may as well. The Hungry Void?
The Hungry Void.
Sounds like a description of the Tyranid stomachs at this stage. So, piling move done. 11 Necron Warriors are in.
Yep.
They're all going into the Hive Tyrant and his Tyrant Guard. Yeah, I'm going to play a stratagem, just as Mike selected me. I've never used it before. Savage Roar. Fight phase. Just after an enemy unit has selected its targets. 1 Tyranid monster unit from your army select as the target of 1 more of the attack unit's attacks. So the enemy unit must take a battle shock test. Now, this is quite disruptive. To the end of the phase, each time one of that unit makes an attack that targets your unit, subtract 1 from the hit roll. If the test was failed, it's -1 to the wound roll as well. But the big issue is the fact that it is a battle shock test, right?
So I need to do this first before I can do that strat.
Yes.
I'm fine.
Okay. Because that would have been messed up the OC, but it hasn't. Mike's passed. Morale's held. Difficult to try and battle shock Necrons, I guess. Then morale's pretty good. -1 to the hit rolls does kick in though.
And then +1.
Okay.
Back to force.
Back to force, yeah. And he turns to Michael Gem in this time.
Yep.
Ooh,
oh
boy.
That really helped.
Has helped, yeah. 6 is to wound.
What's your toughness?
8.
5's to wound.
Strength gives you +1 strength.
+1 strength.
Nice.
1 AP.
Yeah.
2.
To go for it, -1.
Yeah.
All right. And we're looking at 4 up saves. 1 does go through, so wound taken. Dropping down to 3 wounds left on one of these things. Take this one here. Okay. Ramses himself.
With his...
Glaive.
Overlord's Blade, yeah.
Yeah.
4.
2s, -1, +1, 2s.
Full hit.
Nice.
Strength 8, strength 9. 3s.
3s, yeah. 2.
Just the 2. -3, 2 damage.
Right, 6s. Oh,
Oh.
yeah. Blocked. A Carl Roden roll. Okay, so that's it. So technically, we're playing fights first. It's going to be him. His Death Leaper. His attacks must go into the Wraiths, so we'll do those now. I'll go Patronic. And we'll go to... I'll turn to Vagabond for this one. Needing 2s. Needing 3s. Come on. Oh, triple 1. Just the 1, just the 1.
4 up.
Yeah.
Oh.
Blocked. No, it doesn't block. Goes through. But you've got enough. You've got 3 wounds left, right? Just drop down to 1 wound left. Oh, that's a shame. There's an opportunity there. All right, Mike can go to his charging units, which will be across here. All right, target wiped out and consolidating onto the objective. As we then turn to one of my units. Yes, that was the right order, right? You had to do that unit because they charged. Fights first.
Yeah.
So then Hive Tyrant and his squad next. So just making sure Mike had to fight first here because he charged and got fights first. It's just because we're going to get to strike here before the Wraiths get to go. So we'll put everything into the Wraiths before they strike us. There's not much we can do about all those Necron warriors. Yeah, Hive Tyrant, he hasn't got any kind of sweep attacks, which is annoying. So we'll go with his bodyguard buddies first. So 6 attacks in total with them. Yeah, there's another question that's come up. We're going to play it that we can. It says here, whether the Hive Mind once per turn, your friendly units can use stratagem for 0 CP. It says once per turn, not per battle round. So we're going to play it that we can do it per turn. So it's a fresh turn, and we'll then use reroll hit rolls again. Stratagem. So we're looking at 4s. Rerolling. Does help us. All right, and then we're going to go for 3s to win. Yep, maybe twin linked on these ones. The cutting claws and rending claws. And crushing claws and rending claws, yes, twin linked. So reroll these 2 and it helps. 5 go through. -2, 2 damage. This is a bit of trouble for these Wraiths. But once again, insane dice rolling. 4 blocked out of 5. It's enough to kill 1 model. It's down to the Hive Tyrant now. To make his attacks. So 6 attacks, 2s to hit. Rerolling. Okay. 3s to wound. Rerolling. Because again we're twin linked. Yeah, so 5 go through. You should block a number of these. Damage 3 each time. This is a pretty big roll here. Kill 1 and 1 on 1 wound. He goes.
Oh, hang on.
Steady. Take that one away. Okay. Yeah, so that leaves the Wraith, the single Wraith, which now put its attacks into Death Leaper. Darth Windu. Mike now turns to the dark side.
Yep.
Another Patronic dice. Go ahead.
4s.
Yep. 1. God, Death Leaper's a pain. I don't know.
6.
Toughness 6. Yep.
Nope.
No wound. Interesting. I think that's combat's resolved. Both sides not backing down out of this fight here. It's been tough enough for both of these forces. And yeah, that Wraith should be on 1 wound left. End of turn, I believe. We'll give you an update on the score. So points coming through. 5 points for primaries. 5 points for extend battle lines for 10. Puts us on 17 in each. And then I've dumped recover assets. I've lost my unit across here. I had 1 unit that did the action. But you need 2 or more to pick up the points. I'm going to dump the card because I'm not sitting around to be shot at and chopped to pieces. We've got other things to be getting on with, so we'll dump that card and draw 2 fresh cards on our next turn. So turn 3. This game is close for sure. Turn 3 to the Tyranids coming up next. All right, so turn 3 here for the Tyranids. We've kept the last Screamer Killer off the board. It means we have to rapid ingress it in next turn, otherwise it's destroyed on Mike's turn 3. So, cards drawn is containment. That's getting models within, or units within 9 inches of a battlefield edge outside my deployment zone. So that edge, and the back edge, which I think we could do in 2. And defend strongholds, so massive incentive to clear that. We had to go left or right with the Warriors, and we've gone left to clear the home objective. It's more dangerous. If Mike burns that, he's going to pick up a heap of points. So Warriors veering to their left-hand side, heading across in this direction. Then for containment, to get units within 9 inches of battlefield edges, 1 lictor across there, very useful. Von Ryan's Leaper. Cross here, auto-passing for Battle Shock, move 10. And then we've positioned ourselves that we can't be overwatched and seen by shooting units. Remaining in close combat for this vicious fight in the middle, but Mike does have control here with the Necron Warriors. No, it's 7 each, isn't it? Yeah. There's 2 in range plus Ramses, plus 2 on him, so 7. 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Unless... Blast. They are OC1. Okay, that's on the Tyrant Guard. She's left the nest and heading off towards the Canoptic Doomstalker. A 7-inch charge will put the Norn Emissary in, and then going into reverse with Mama, she's heading across now in this direction. Kamiskatron going backwards. That's it. We'll go on to shooting phase next. I kind of want this charge to go ahead, so I don't want to bring that thing down. So I'm going to fire in reverse and fire here. So 2 shots, needing 3s. A 2. Yeah, so 1 wound comes through against those. I don't think there's even a save. Maybe cover, yeah.
What's the minus on it?
Minus 4. 3 up save. Yeah, 6 up.
6 up.
6 up for cover.
Yeah, okay. No.
All right, model slain.
Hmm?
That one. Stinger salvos. Yep. 2 wounds come through. 1 comes through. Toughness 5.
Minus.
Nothing.
So
3 up.
3 up.
Just a wound. 1 damage. So I'm going to fire the Norn Emissary into the Doomstalker. 2 shots. In 2s. 3s to wound. 1 wound comes through. 4+ invulnerable save.
Yep.
Yeah, and blocked. Okay, nothing I can do about that. And I think that's firepower complete. We'll go on to charges for the Tyranids next. Okay, so charges have all taken place. I think it was 2 6s rolled for 1 charge, and 11 for another, and 11 for another across there. Insane. So we charged her in, got her back end in and around. The idea is to help with some attacks, but also get within range 3 to have another model on top of that objective as we try and defend Stronghold. Warriors went in, rolled an 11 for them. And the Norn Emissary rolled an 11 for that. And I paid a CP to try and cause some mortal wounds. On 4s. We do. We cause 4. That's on the Doomstalker. No, not here.
Oh,
yeah. Other side. Yeah, I'm going to try and reduce that down as much as I can. I'm going to try and kill it.
4
if possible, with the Emissary. We're down to 8 wounds left. Okay. Mike can interrupt play.
Yes, you can.
So... surely we must go for this combat first with the Warriors. And then Mike says fights first. Him. Yeah. So these all get fights first. So I think I'll choose to go with them.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right, so we'll go with this combat across here. We've got a fistful of dice. There's 6 attacks each with the Tyranid Warriors. We'll go for aggression imperative. So rerolling hit rolls of 1. They have the prime with them. He'll give them sustained hits as well on 6s. So this is all the attacks from the Warriors. Reroll 1s. Well, that's useful. Very useful. Oh, good. Oh, that's helped us out. Okay. So on 3s. Whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa. It's very rare this squad gets to strike at full strength. But we have today, of all days, an extra 9, 10 sustained hits coming through. So we've borrowed some Imperial Fist dice. We could have used the greens, but we'll maybe next time. So these are sustained. I'm just going to roll onto the wounds now, right? So I think we're strength 5, Mike's toughness 5, but vitally we are twin linked. So we're going to roll for the wound roll with a huge heap of dice. I'm liking the idea of keeping these off the board, because usually they're just shot to pieces. So they've turned up at the right time, just the right time. So we're looking at 4s to wound. There is going to be an absolute heap of saves to make here from these melee bioweapons. There is loads. You could be looking at about 40 saves here. I'm going to re-roll all of these for twin linked. And there's a load more. Okay.
I'll be back after these ads.
We're going to go for 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. That was a wound. 35 saves at AP -2. 35 5-ups. You went for our stronghold, so we're going to see
the first 15.
The first 15 then.
1 damage each.
1 damage each. Alright, I can see some blocks.
Dead.
There are blocks.
2 dead. 3 dead. 4 dead.
1 spare, which is a mod 1 a wound.
Yeah, so that's 5.
5 dead. Let's roll another 15. Just need to kill 4 more. And it looks like 2, 3, 4. Gone. There's the wipeout. Oh boy, Necron warriors hack their way through this Necron unit. Alright, so Trajectorians removed. It's just a bit of shuffling going on, but we've anchored and secured the objective quite strongly with the warriors. And also with the Tyrannifex. Going to spend it? 2 CP? Alright, Mike's going to interrupt with the Wraith. He wants to try and take down Death Leaper.
As best I can, and I use Fall Hollow and Field Marshal.
The last Patreon, okay. 3 hits, so far so good.
Yeah.
Toughness 6.
Strength 6, so 4s.
4s to wound. Oh, 2 6s.
Only -1, 2 damage.
-1, 4 ups. Blocks 1, and we'll take the damage 2. Dropping down to 4 wounds left on Death Leaper. Okay. In which case, we're still going by fights first, so it has to be Death Leaper. So I will try and kill you back. 2s. 4s. Oh, 2. -2.
Yeah, so I just need
4
4
ups.
up regardless.
Again, if held. God, that's annoying. Okay, nothing I can do.
You charge the verse, you fight with it.
All right, yes, true. I will then fight the debut combat for the Norn Emissary. In which case, we shall go for the Monstrous Scything Talons, first of all, 6 attacks. Needing 2s. Come on. Yes, good for you. And then coming in to you at strength 9.
So 5s?
5s to wound. Whoop.
No. 3s. Can't do them sort of toughness 8.
5 go through at -2.
5, yeah.
Yep.
4 ups then.
In 1 surge, yeah. 3 go through. Damage 3 each time.
6, 9. Yep.
Target destroyed by the looks of it.
Ooh,
And doesn't blow up. Okay. It's a rather different fight across there. Just a few big things walking around. But the Norn Emissary has now a strong presence on that flank and taking down the Necron firepower on that side of the board.
Yeah.
So picking this combat across here, Mike's pushed in with small models to boost up his OC control. 15 attacks.
I'll do the Lord's 0 CP. Give me extra strength and extra AP.
Okay. We are talking about the 0 CP strategy once per turn. There's 5 battle rounds in a game. I'm just going through the basics here. I'll make sure we're getting this right. There's 5 battle rounds in a game. And it says here, Warhammer 40,000 is played in a series of battle rounds. In each battle round, both players have a turn. And then we go across here, and it says, well, if the hive mind once per turn, not per battle round.
Yeah, that's why I'm in agreement with it, because you'll find the likes of captains and the Space Marines will say once per battle round.
It does say that?
Yeah.
Right, okay. Correct us if we're wrong. We are trying our best to go by the rules here, but it means that I played Monstrous Roar last turn on Mike's turn. Now it's my turn. I'm going to play again. Mike's just picked to attack me. In which case, you need to make another Battle Shock test.
Failed.
And failed, which messes stuff up. This is the significance of this here in the middle of the board. Mike's still going to get victory points here because he's on 2. So it's not going to have too much difference. But it means the Tyranids can claim the central one, which is helpful.
Yeah, so that says once per battle round.
For a captain?
For a captain.
Fine, okay, that's the wording. Yeah, it is differently worded. Okay, very interesting.
So that means...
It's a real good ability for a Hive Tyrant because it's all monster stuff to help him out in different ways. And command rerolls and things like that.
So that means I failed the battle shock test, so I can't do a stratagem on it.
Ah.
Yeah.
And you're -1 to the hit roll. And you're -1 to the wound roll as well.
Yeah, so it goes back to 4s again.
Yeah, interesting. So I'm going to put that on those. He's built to sit on and fight on objectives.
Yep.
So go ahead.
I don't like it, but yeah.
Okay. Threes.
4s.
4, sorry, yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
And then it would be 6s now. -1 to the win roll. We get 1.
1 wound comes through, and we're on a 3-up save, which we pass on a 4. Okay, and then on to the blade, 4 attacks.
Yeah. 3s back to 2s.
Okay.
Yeah.
All good.
And then strength 8.
6s to wound now. It's toughness 8, I think. No, 4s to 5s.
Nice.
Yeah, because we're going by the bodyguard toughness.
1.
And just the 1. It would have been 2 more.
Yeah, but it's -3 to damage.
Okay, 6 up. No. And 2 wounds. Dropping into 1 wound left. Interesting. All right. We will then fight back with the Hive Tyrant. So I can't use a CP now. I've got no CP left. I've used up my ability to get the reroll the hit roll, so I won't get that this time. So it's just on straight up 4s with the bodyguard. 2s to win. 3 saves at -2.
1, 2, 3, 6 ups. Nope, 3 dead.
3 dead. 2s. 2s. And 5 more dead. No, I think we're -2 actually. Oh yeah, so 5 more saves, a 6+. So 3 dead and another 4. So 7 slain from that squad. It's a start, but a long way to go. All right, end of combats, end of turn. 5 points for primaries, 6 points for containment from these 2 units. Very useful. And then 3 points should come through for defend stronghold. But without defend stronghold, points total for us is 28. So we will not be getting a disastrous score in this game. We've crossed past that. We've got 28 points at least, and hopefully more points to come. Necrons on 17, but they've got a turn in hand. End of turn here for the Tyranids. We'll go on to turn 3 for the Necrons coming up next. Tyranids, I reckon, have this advantage at this stage, but Necrons certainly still in the fight. All right, so turn 3 here for the Necrons. Sabotage and behind enemy lines is the 2 secondaries that have been drawn. We then played as Shadow in the Warp, just to disrupt things. Tamra failed. Necron Warriors failed across the other side. Then Mike didn't panic, but really wanted to make sure this was passed. So spent his CP and auto passed across here, just to make sure these passed, Wraiths passed, Warriors passed with Ramses. So he is in control of 2. He will get the precious 10 victory points for No Man's Land objectives, or any objectives on the board, actually. So 10 points coming through. Puts Mike on 27, we're on 28, so still a very close scoreline at this stage. Very interesting. We'll go on to movement now for the Necrons.
Well, reanimation first. Peter.
Reanimation protocols to do. Yeah, we'll press on with that, and Mike can make his moves. If you enjoy our games, then do join us on YouTube channel membership. We have bonus content, including battle reports, including league battle reports, and also some unique games such as Beat the Bear videos or battle reports as well. So link below, you can join us, or go to the channel homepage, hit the join button. Whatever tier you join, it gives you access to all the bonus content. Most people are on Aspect Warrior. If you want to get involved in the WhatsApp groups that we have, commanders, sub-commanders, a load of other perks that we have as well, you can join us on all Tark level and the very top tier with the Phoenix Lords. Anyway, we'll let Mike make his moves here. Okay, so we are on turn 3 here for the Necrons. Sabotage and behind enemy lines is the 2 cards that have been drawn. Scorpack Destroyers surging through across in this direction. Their charge is possible. It requires a 10 to go in. If that charge goes ahead, our home objective is going to be in trouble. Or here. Okay. Hard to predict, Mike. Okay, but yeah, definitely. Like an 8 probably, something like that, to go around the corner. Okay, good move. Tamara's moved across to claim the objective, whilst these potentially move off. These have moved around to lend some firepower support. Looks like they're going to go into Big Mama across there, or the Comiskatron. Necron Warriors spreading out and holding on, staying in position to hopefully hold on to the objective another time. Then continuing the fight across here, reanimating 3 Necron Warriors and putting them upstairs to hold on to the objective. The Wraith, Mike, you can restore D3 wounds.
Oh, yes. I forgot about that one.
For 1. So up to 2. And that's movement done. We're going to shooting phase next. 3 shots from these into the turn effects. In 2s.
In 2s.
As rapid ingress across it had to be done. Spent my CP. Dropping in here. Tyrannocyte on the objective. Just tucking in here, waiting for if the charge goes ahead is the idea with the Screamer Killer. 2s. Rerolling 1s to wound or hit?
Wound.
To wound. Okay. 2 hits come through.
Yep.
3s to wound.
2, 1.
2 go through. So I can try and make some saves here 5 plus. Block 1. And then I think that this one that fails, we will 0 damage it with once per game resilient organism. So we're going to burn that up now and just deflect that damage entirely. So we've discussed the rule. Correct us if we're wrong, but I reckon it's once you go to establish damage before Mike could roll the damage. I'd say, well, I'm going to change that to 0 with resilient organisms. So it's done at that stage. 1 failed, blocked, and at 0 damage.
Yep. Okay,
we'll press on. Some more firepower to come. Really, this game is revolved around close combats mostly. All right, so firepower coming through. Tamara picked off the Von Ryan's Leaper. 2 wounds caused from 2 devastating wounds coming from the particle pistols.
Yeah.
Particle casters. And that's firepower complete. Scorpic Lord fired for here. No damage coming through against the Warriors. Okay, this could be moment of the game. Charges to take place. We have said this is a 10. Do you have a CP on standby?
No.
No.
Do I go for 10 or do I go for the 8?
Oh, sorry, I keep pointing to this one. Or the 8-inch charge around there. Yeah. I tell you, Mike, that's a very tough choice. Yeah, it really is tough.
It's very unpleasant.
The rewards are good, but it's a stretch of a charge. 8 is still tough enough. The rewards are high enough. Let's Straight here. Which way would you go if you're watching this game? If you're playing this game, which way would you go? Move around here to try and alleviate the situation. The central objective of battle has been raging for most of the game. You'll go for glory and bomb it up here to disrupt the home objective. Perhaps the last chance in the game to go after it. So I'm not trying to sell either of these to you, Mike. They're both tough choices.
Shouting glory.
Yeah, there's no Imperial stuff. There's one guardsman on the board. He's there, clutching a bleeding arm, being saved as a tasty snack for this very hungry Tyranid force.
Oh, what would you do?
You can think about this one, Mike. Take your time. I think this is the only charge for the Necrons, by the looks of it. It's the only one. You probably charge there and roll a 10. Sorry, just to...
I think just to free things up, I maybe move block them. I'm gonna
go that way.
Yeah.
8-inch charge, we reckon. We'll measure it up, but it's shorter for sure. And he's rolled a 10. Oh, please, no. You can kick yourself and move the models here. All right, so this charge goes here. We'll see how many models can actually make it in. Well, that's the Scorpic Destroyers heading across towards this vicious close combat across here. What a fight here for the central objective. All right, so Mike will go with the fights first. Fights first. So in this fight, I think I go first. We both get fights first. It's the player's turn, it's not. So we'll go first with definitely, but the pain he is. We'll put all our attacks into that Wraith and try and bring him down. Looking for 2s. Looking for 3s. 3 saves of 4+ to finally bring the Wraith down.
Yeah.
Ah, the agony. Block them all. Good for you. All right, we'll pile in with these. Okay, we've done this. Pile in move here. All get to fight except 1. Plasma sight being activated. We've got the chance to cause mortal wounds.
Yeah, and D3.
Okay.
1, that's enough to kill the one.
Kill the one model, yeah. So it's a fresh turn. I'm going to play Savage Raw Stratagem for 0 CP. So Battle Shock passed. Good. Okay. -1 to hit roll is the effect for that.
So -1+1 again?
Yeah. Okay. So 3s instead of 2s, which will help a little bit.
So there's 5 in?
Yeah, 5. Lots of attacks here. Lethal and devastating wounds.
Yeah.
A heap of attacks. 3s to hit.
Yeah, I can re-roll hit rolls if I've made a charge.
Oh.
So I re-roll a hit roll of 1, and if a unit made a charge, you can re-roll a hit roll instead.
Fantastic.
That was a hit, so
yeah.
that. And that'll lethal the beast thing.
Okay.
You get 1.
Very reliable hitting though, pretty good.
Yeah, but this is where they're all saving 6s now. The devs.
Yes. So we're looking at toughness 8.
Strength 7.
Does the plasma sight give you any extra strength? So no extra strength coming through, so 5s to wound. 6s would be fantastic. Just keep that lethal out of the way. Oh boy.
Yeah, this is
5s to wound, it's just 1.
Right, yeah.
So that I'm going to put through to there, right?
Yeah.
They come through AP -2 probably.
-2 damage, yeah.
5s to block, we block 1. So 2 damage caused, then devastating wounds. They're 4 wounds each, so we're going to lose another bodyguard model. And then we're going to put 2 wounds onto another, dropping down to 2 wounds left. So I'll just keep that there. We've survived okay. It's down to the Scorpic Lord now with his attacks. Typhon refusing to die.
Yeah. So what I will do is...
It's the Hyperphase Harvester, I think it's called.
Yeah. 4 attacks. Hitting on 2s.
Rerollable.
Reroll what? All of them.
Shot.
Strength 10, so 3s.
Raise to wound, yeah.
Looking for 6s. We got 1.
Nice.
And then -3, flat 3.
A 6 on the surviving model. Nope. Bodyguard gone. That's him actually removed because he had 2 wounds left. So he goes. Typhon now in trouble, actually. 2 saves now. AP -3.
Yeah.
So 4+ invulnerable saves. It's a big roll for us. Failed both and nothing I can do.
So that's 6, 9.
9. Uh-oh. 10 wounds. And that's it. I've got no feel, no pain or anything. So 1 wound left. Crazy. Alright, so the situation looks like this. Typhon's in desperate trouble. 1 wound left. Gravely wounded. Real good charge them from the Scorpec Destroyers. Good work from them. We'll turn around and attack them now. So, no bodyguard. We'll go straight to our attacks. In 2s. Oh, yes. And then we need 3s to wound. Rerollable for twin links. Come on. Oh! Okay, 4 make it through. 4 at -2. 3 damage a time.
4, 5 ups.
5 ups, yeah. Blocked 1.
And what's the damage?
Damage 3. Maybe chopped half the squad.
Killed 3, yeah.
Yeah, 3 dead. So, piling move made. Mike's used the 0 CP or -1 to CP stratagem for AP -1 and so on. So, Mike's declared all the warriors except 2, which are going into there, and then Ramses into Typhon. Ramses for the honour here.
Yeah, so 1 2s. 4 hit.
5s. 4s. 5s.
+1 to the wound. He's strength 8, yeah.
Fresh combat, right?
Yeah.
Toughness 10. 5s.
4s. +1 to, sorry, no, wait. 4s, yeah.
+1 to wind roll.
No, it's +1 to the strength, and then extra AP, so my apologies.
Okay.
I just need a 6. I can't even get a 6.
2 wounds though.
2.
I'm gone. I'm gonna go. 2 6s. Come on. Survive. 9 Necron warriors, then 2 fighting upstairs.
3s.
6s.
6s.
There's 2.
2. -1.
-1. 3 ups. 2 5s. Blocked. And then 2 warriors into Death Leaper. His Tyranids won't go away. 2 hits. 1 wound. Passed on a 6. Okay, dice keeping us in the fight in the middle. We're outnumbered, outclassed at this stage. But still, Tyranids not quite removed from play.
The Wraith is the last.
Right. And has the ability, with 1 success, to bring Death Leaper down. 666.
Yeah.
And a 5. 4s.
What's your toughness?
6.
4s.
2.
Just need to feel 1.
Got him. Oh, he died. That's a shame. Target destroyed. Finally. It's taken a while. Alright, model removed. Just Typhon remains. Very narrative. Very thematic. End of turn?
End of turn, yeah.
Alright. Alright, so points coming through for the Necrons. Crucially, 10 points for primaries. Mike's dumped a card, and then Sabotage did go ahead. Necron warriors are able to perform, because they're battle line, with the Stalwart's ability. Mike can still perform actions whilst in close combat. As Mike was able to pick up points for Sabotage on that central building. Here's a second, the wording of that. It says you can, as long as if you're engaged range, you can still perform actions. It doesn't say, it's only the shooting phase, but it doesn't say you need to be eligible to shoot. So I reckon Mike's Necron warriors can do it. Only in this instance with that mission rule for Stalwart. So that has gone through. That puts us on 31 points each, Mike. I've cashed in 3 here. Cashed in 3 here for Defend Stronghold, so 31 points apiece. This is neck and neck between these two forces. We're going to turn 4 for the Tyranids next. Alright, so turn 4 for the Tyranids. Cull the Horde, which we can do. Necron Warrior Squad's 20 in size. And then Overwhelming Force. Destroy units on objectives. So big incentives for us to go after units on objectives, which there are plenty. All these units across here, warriors across here. So we move around the corner with the Norn Emissary, It's remaining in close combat, which there's nothing we can do about it. And then the Warriors moved across to assist, moved him across to there, kept her where she is to really anchor the home objective. Rolled a 6 for an advance, so moving across in this direction with the Screamer Killer. That is movement done. I had Lictor as well, just backing off around the corner but staying in range of that objective. 10 points picked up for primaries, putting us on to 41. We'll go on to shooting phase next. All right, so shooting phase complete. Very frustrating for the Tyranids. 2 misses coming through, 2 hits coming through against Tamrath, and then failed to wound. Command rerolled, got 1. Mike then passed a 4-up invulnerable save. Would have destroyed him because 3 wounds came through from the Screamer Killer. It's an assault weapon. I was able to shoot into Tamrath, causing some damage, dropping down to 6 wounds left, but Mike will repair that next turn. Then fired from Stinger Salvos, caused a wound. Mike then paid a CP to restore wounds, just 1 wound coming back onto 2 wounds. That Wraith that will not die. Fired at it with this, and no wounds coming through. So 1 Wraith still alive on the board. And then we fired our blast weapon, 2d6 plus 4 for blast, and we caused 7 casualties in total on the Necron Warrior squad. Still 13 left to go. We'll go on to charges next for the Tyranids. Okay, charges going ahead, Warriors going in. Then rolled an 8 for their charge. Can't charge here. Emissary needed a 5, got a 5 just about to make it in and add that combat across there. No sweep attacks though on that monster. Very annoying. We can't split attacks down. Again, it's all very highly concentrated stuff, but can't go for the sweeping attacks, which most monsters for most factions get. We'll go on to combat resolution next. So we'll go to this combat across here. The Warriors fighting at full strength once again. So their attacks, we piled them in, and their attacks going into the Scorpic Destroyers. We're going for reroll ones, as before. We're getting sustained hits, thanks to... That's it. Let's reroll these 2. Sustained hits coming through because of the Winged Prime. Not so many 6s. There's a few. I don't know, there's 6 by the looks of it. Yeah, so all of those are 6 extras, so we'll take them and add in 2 more Imperial Fist Dice. Thank you very much. Alright, now, toughness on Scorpic Destroyers.
6.
It is 6, right, so it's going to be 5s to wound. Okay, obviously not so many coming through. Only 1 damage, just the shredding ability here. Twin linked, this is an important roll. Just the volume of dice. Okay, it's going to be a good number of saves. It's going to be AP -2. And that's all of them by the looks of it. The toughness has certainly helped you out. Saves of -2 on 19. So you could do 9 first for your regular models before you get through to the Scorpic Lord. So you can do the first 9. 5s.
Yeah. What's the damage on it?
Damage 1. It's enough to kill a model and then put 2 wounds on another.
Mm-hmm.
So there's 10 to get through.
Yeah.
Might could roll another 4 for the remaining wounds. See how this gets on. Just trying to see if the bodyguard goes. Block 3. Okay, so that's 2 models gone. So you can do 3 saves now on the remaining model. And block 2 more. And then you can do another 2 saves. And 1 more save. Failed. And that's going to leave you 1 save left to keep a bodyguard model alive.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he does!
And do you know what we'll do now?
Hold it right there. I've still got the prime.
Oh, never mind that.
So I know Mike wants to reanimate across. There's 1 wound left on that model, but I'm going to do the prime first. So we're looking at 6 attacks, needing 2s. No sustained, annoying. Forced to win though. Ah, no! Even -1.
You know, 4.
Yeah. Yeah, the dice have been in your favour in this game. Well done. Pay the CP.
Yeah.
D3 wounds restored. Protocol of the Undying Legion. 3 wounds go back on, which means another model can get back up. That is an excellent result. You can just slot into there. Ah. So I've done my attacks across there and brought down 4 Necron Warriors. There's still 10 left, plus the Warden. The Warden uses his ability to remove Battle Shock, by the way, from that squad. And then now Mike can choose a combat, which I would say is going to choose this one. Try and destroy me before.
I know, that's what concerns me. I just want to fluff it.
Okay. we'll see if you can do it here. I think I could do Savage Roar again. I'll just play that stratagem and you passed. So -1 to hit roll.
But +1 again because of the D.
Okay. So Ramses for the honours.
Yeah.
4 attacks, needing 2s. To bring Typhon down. Oh, good.
5s and 6s. We need 6s. Just 1 6.
You got the same wounds?
Oh, devastating wounds.
Oh, right. 1 6 is all it takes. No! 1 wound goes through. Oh! The stratagem used on Savage Roar. Nothing I can do. Do we blow up? Yeah, you got him. Well done. He's finally removed. So, consolidating onto the objective. This is a good result for the Necrons. And then Scorpec Destroyers going to make their attacks down to the Tyranid Warriors.
Yep.
And burning a plasma site for devastating wounds.
So, 2s.
Uh-oh. Trouble. Those Warriors have got to hold the line, otherwise Mike's going to burst through onto our home objective. There is trouble now for the Tyranids, actually. Toughness 5.
3s. Devastating.
Ouch. Oh, no.
And they are. This is so.
-2.
4 -2 2 damage.
6s. We block 1. 2 damage at a time. Mortal slain with devastating wound and 2 on another. So we're going to look something like this. 2 dead. 2 more wounds come through, which puts us on 1.
How many wounds have they got each?
3 each.
Yeah. And then
the man himself, the one-man army. Scorpec Lord, he is dangerous. I think he's damaged 3 as well.
Yeah, if I do that one, yeah, so I'll do that one.
4 attacks, needing 2s.
Re-rolling because of. Yeah. That is the Warrior Onslaught. Re-roll hit roll 1.
Unless you charge, re-roll hit roll. Gotcha. You're good.
And then needing
3s to wound.
3s.
I think you're -3.
Just a 2, -3, flat 3.
Take them off. Come on. Okay. That's good shopping. Wish we'd got you, but well done. Some brilliant saves made, and the Scorpec Destroyers more than happy to stand up against the Tyranid Warriors. What a showdown here in this game. Nice. Combat's resolved, I think. No, a bit across here. Necron Warriors do some fighting, and then combat's finished. Alright, so turn 4 for the Necrons, marked for death, which I've selected the Emissary, the Licto, who's now in trouble, with Wraiths going after him, and then the Tyrannifex, and then Occasional Fronts, which is getting units into table quarters. Necrons have also picked up 10 points for primaries. Yeah, so well done, points flowing through. And Necrons are seeing a bit of a resurge here. As per usual, getting stronger in the later turns of the game. Tamara moving out, restoring 2 wounds. We then knocked 1 down on Overwatch. We tried to Overwatch across hit in the end, just to sting a salvo wound, causing 1 damage. Remaining close combat, restoring wounds onto this model, so both at full strength, plus the Scorpec Lord. Warriors restoring some wounds, camping out on the objective. Locust Over Destroyers moving out onto this objective to lend some firepower support. Very, very dangerous indeed. And then across the other side, some Necron Warriors being restored and maintaining close combat. And the Wraiths, 3 wounds restored, putting the wounds back onto the model and restoring another model with a wound left and heading off towards the lone Lictor. Movement done, shooting phase next. Alright, so shooting phase, pretty good from the Necrons. 2 wounds from him with his Gauss cannon, 6 damage from one of these making it through, down to 2 wounds left. Now on the Screamer Killer. Particle Casters, a couple of wounds caused on the Lictor. A few wounds left. We're going to charges next. Tyranids behind now. We're just going through charges. Charge across here, charge across the other side. Wraiths caused some damage, but Lictor's still alive. I went first actually, but failed to cause any damage. Mike's trying to wound now. Nothing.
Strength 8.
Oh, nothing you can do. I've survived. I've got 2 wounds left. I'm going to fight back. We're more dangerous when we're wounded. Come on, Screamer Killer. 10 attacks. Plus, come on, +1 to the hit rolls. 2s.
What's your strength?
Strength 10.
Subtract 1 from the wound roll, so 4's the wound.
+1 to the wound roll because we're so damaged.
Yeah.
3s. Oh, you should be okay.
4?
Yeah, 4 at -2.
4.
Definitely a 4 up invulnerable save.
Yeah.
Crazy.
4. What's the damage?
3 each. 1 wound left.
Oh.
Oh, game-changing moment, honestly, because if we'd have killed him, we could have made a dash across there. Dear, oh dear, oh dear. Okay, all right, so combat's resolved, I think. And Necrons is recovering. Oh, no, of course.
You decided to attack there.
I did, yeah. Uh-oh, blunder. Got bloodlust here. Sure. Yeah, ouch. Right, go ahead. Skullback Destroyers can make their attacks. 2s, rerolling 1s. I'm going to be punished for that rash decision. Saw red, saw a chance, grabbed it, and then as Wellington, the Duke of Wellington always said, never interrupt your opponent when he's making a mistake. And that's what I was doing. It's being drawn into this close combat across here. Mike's now happily fighting back with the Skullback Destroyers. It's okay, you can do this. This is League battle here. And those are the wounds, right?
Yeah.
-2.
-2, 2 damage.
6 ups. I might as well just roll them all, try and get 6s. Nothing's the bodyguard scrubbed. And now you can turn to your Scorpic Lord.
4 2s. Lethal. 3s.
No devastators yet. Devastating wounds. 2 make it through.
2, yeah, -3 flat through.
Okay. Tyranny Prime. No invuln save. -3.
Yeah.
Dead. Damage 3.
Right.
Wounds 6. Dead. Whoa. 4+ it fights before it's removed from play. It does not. Okay, well that was nasty. Ouch. Okay, Warrior's gone. Had a pretty good innings though. Burnt out on the second attack though against the Skullback Destroyers. I have to say, I've had a pretty good game. End of combats? Yeah.
Yeah.
End of turn. Alright, so Necrons now take the lead. 45 points to them, 10 points for primaries, 4 points for engaging all fronts. Well done. Good spread around the board. And then also marked for death might call keep on the emissary, the lictor, which lingers but almost gone, and then also the Tyrannifex. Not so good here. We're going to go on to the final turn of the game. There's also something else to point out. Mike has begun the process of burning that objective with the Necron Warriors. Turn 5, last turn of the game for the Tyranids next. So turn 5 for the Tyranids, not so good for them. I can't burn any of these No Man's Land objectives. Mike has actually reclaimed the middle ground here. Necrons have played the long game and have done well recovering the situation. No prisoners, no vermin force is the cards in play. Destroy units on objectives and destroy any units for us. 5 points picked up for primaries. Moving off of those now and moving through. So 18 inches down here. Gone forward with the Tyrannifex. 9. Remaining close to combat. And the emissary remaining close combat as well. So that's movement done. The lictor remaining close combat as well. We're going to shooting phase next. The last gasp here from the Tyranids. Okay, shooting phase finished. Total waste of time. Destroyed a model with direct fire here. Mike can pay the CP and got him back up again. No firepower here. Firepower there. No damage coming through. Tried to assassinate. Just caused 1 wound in the end with a psychic tendril attack against the warden and failed. We're doing our best to pick off characters and units here and there, but all have failed this turn. We're going to combats next. So charges are gone ahead and combats. We resolve the whole lot. I brought down one of the Wraiths, but that wretched single Wraith is still alive, and we survived. Across here, we brought down 5 Necron Warriors, no damage in return. This charge went ahead and then played our Tank Shock Devastating Charge ability. This is a monster, and we rolled 3 mortal wounds. It was enough to bring down Temra, so he's gone. That's about the best news that we had. Charging in here. No damage?
No.
Then Mike responded with 10 wounds. Almost destroying us. So, ouch moment for Mama. And that's about it for close combats. So, turn comes to an end. Necrons continue to surge back here, despite some Tyranid monsters making a last ditch attempt at picking up points. 2 points picked up for Tamara, 5 points for primaries, another 7 points coming through to the Tyranid total. So it's an okay scoreline, but it's not that great, to be honest. We'll go on to the 5th and final turn for the Necrons. I think potentially they better pick up a good number of points here. So turn 5 for the Necrons. We have pressed ahead and just completed the whole turn. There's some areas we didn't need to worry about, such as across here. There's nothing really to impact the game. These are set to no shooting from here. I'm going to burn this objective and then complete at the end of the game. We resolved combats across there. Lictor brought down. Combat across here. We didn't destroy enough models for us to regain control of that objective and not enough time for us to burn. This was burnt as well from the previous turn. Mike's cards was marked for death, which Mike completed by destroying the Lictor across there. And overwhelming force destroyed a unit on an objective over there as well. So we have some final points coming through. I'll give you a final score. Necrons have won this one. They have beaten the Tyranids. And Tyranids' score is about average, so a bit scary for them as far as the league is concerned. Not a total disaster, but the scoreline in total will be low enough. The points coming through at the end, 10 points for primaries again for Mike, 2 lots of 5 for burning objectives in no man's land, plus the other secondaries. A total of 72 points to the Necrons. That's a very good score. I think Mike got 79 points in the previous game. So in total, this is a real good score for the Necrons. It's going to push them right up in the league. As for the Tyranids, in total for them, 48 points, which is not a disaster, but it's not an ideal situation. We'll add that to our other score, which was 63. So we've broken the 100-point barrier.
I think it'll be all right.
You reckon?
Yeah.
I think our destiny hangs in the balance. We'll be hovering around the lower parts of the table. If other factions do well, they'll push past us and we'll get knocked down and we'll go crashing out. But Tyranids, they haven't collapsed against the Necrons here. They managed to keep a good number of monsters alive through to the end of the game. A couple of tactical decisions went wrong. I think the chicken leaving the nest was wrong.
Yeah.
Should have camped it out through to the end of the game. I lost out on some primaries, would have been very strong. Could have burnt that objective at the end of the game, and that could have put us on a much more level footing. So straying away from the simple task there with the non-emissary, chasing Glory up the other end of the ball, didn't really have much impact in the end. Should have really camped out and stayed on its home objective. A few other situations across here which could have gone our ways. The game was close enough. Tyranids given a good account of themselves, but Necrons have prevailed. The machine is strong. The flesh is weak.
4 packs.
Yeah. Units of the game for both sides, very quick to resolve. The Wraiths, specifically one of them.
This little dude.
Yeah, that survived through to the end of the game and just kept helping to reanimate, keeping that unit alive and helping to snatch victory points there as well. Then for the Tyranids, I'm going to give it 2 because they were able to strike at full strength and actually able to do well in this game. The Tyranid Warriors that turned up here smashed through and cleared the home objective and could have almost broken through here. If they had broken the Scorpec Destroyers, then onto the Necron Warriors, it could have been a different story. But they didn't quite do enough. But they're still good enough. Great to have them in the list and good to see them performing well in this game. And the 2 new models survived, the Emissary and the Tyrannifex, so managed to keep them alive throughout the game. That's the battle. Keep a lookout for more battle reports on the channel, here on YouTube and over on YouTube channel membership as well to catch all the league battles. Do join us on channel membership. It really helps support the channel. This channel is able to keep the content coming primarily because of members and people like yourselves that tune in, support us, and then unlock the extra content on YouTube channel membership. So do support us if you can. It really does help keep the channel going and the content flowing. So in this instance, Xenos versus Xenos, a crucial league battle. Necrons have surged and have picked themselves up a noble score. Surely they will go through to knockout stage. As for the Leviathan Tyranids, their destiny now depends on the results of other games. Thanks for watching. Tune in next time.